What is up, YouTube land? It's Nate Every Damn Hustlin, and today I'm with my bestest buddy, Mama. How's everyone doing today? I hope everyone's making some moolah. Making multiple trips to the mailbox.
Post office for you.
Yeah, I went to the post office 3 times, technically.
Expedited order.
Gotta love it. Gotta love the expedited orders. Went down to my local post office, and they asked me, they go, they know I sell on eBay and stuff, and they're like, do you have any hand sanitizer? I'm like, I do, but I don't have any, like, that's not what I'm selling or whatever. And they're like, so I thought they're going to say something about my packages or whatever. So they're like, we can't find any. We're trying everything we can to get some. So I thought to myself, why not just hook them up with some? I told them that I can get some at work. They can buy a case or just a couple bottles or whatever. And then I went home, and then I got an expedited order, and then off of Amazon. So I was like, I'll just take that down, and I'll just take that down and give them one of those 12-ounce bottles I have. So I hooked up the post service and the post office and figured why not, keep them happy, because no reseller likes a angry post service.
No, and their buyer's going to be contacting you to purchase more.
Yeah, that is also true. So, it's all about just trying to help. And I told them I'd give it to them for cost because they can't find it. And but Mike, I told them I'd give them to them for cost because it's at my work or whatever. And I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to make any money off of them. They're so important to me and my business and to everybody in our community that if I can get some bottles for them to protect themselves, then that's all going to help things. So I feel like I did my good duty for today.
It'll certainly help them and the customers that come in. So
Right.
You're doing a community service. Namaste.
Exactly. What up, No Money G, Sand Dollar, Flipping Goodies.
Gee, did you get the link I sent you? Did it work?
Struggle of Luck, welcome. Nice to see you. Lisa C, Hot Mess Lifter. She's going to be listening while cleaning. And we got Mike. We got Stroke of Luck with us. What's up, buddy?
Hey, how you doing?
Nice to see you again.
Yeah, and thanks for tuning in yesterday. And I saw you had a live stream coming up, so I thought I'd drop in. I saw you dropped a link on there, so I thought I'd join the panel, see how everybody's doing tonight.
Yeah.
Hello.
So if anybody doesn't know who Stroke of Luck is, he does a show. Is it every day or is it just kind of sporadic?
Kind of sporadic at this point. It's something myself and my good friend Jimmy, which is Uncle B's Old School Flips. We both got into eBay reselling about 1.5 years ago, and slowly starting to move into the YouTube side of it as well, doing some how-to videos, sourcing videos, what sells videos, stuff like that. So
he just had a birthday the other day too. So
yesterday, yeah.
Happy birthday again.
Thank you. Yeah, turned 44 yesterday, but I feel good.
There you go.
44,
not letting the
it's a baby.
I know, right? Feel like a baby still sometimes, I still feel young, don't want to feel old, Feel very youthful. How's everybody else doing out there? What are you guys up to?
Oh, then we'll do some cross posting. A couple listings probably later, either depending on how long I stream for, either during the show or it's gonna be after the show, but definitely
what am I doing, Nathan?
You're getting ready for your jewelry auction. So you're getting your
Stuff
jewelry
is
already.
new.
So
Yep.
Mama's getting ready. So if anybody's looking for some jewelry, Mama dropped the link for whenever she's about to head out of here, so you guys can go buy some of that good stuff that she got.
925, some amethyst, some quartz, some lots of stuff, lots of gemstones.
What's up, Burgundy Sales? He says, "What a stand-up guy must be the beard." Must be. Nah, I just it's tough out there right now. You know what I mean? Like for a government, like the post office, like a government-ran facility,
To be out.
They can't get hand sanitizer, or people that they're allowed to buy from or whatever, just telling them that they can't get any or can't find any. If I can do my part just to be the middleman, then hey, I'll do that.
And it makes you feel good to know that you've helped.
Oh, definitely.
Rev Resell, hey, thanks, buddy, on the happy birthday there.
Is it his birthday today?
No, yesterday.
Mine was yesterday.
What up, Bernie Brands? If you want to come into the Hangout, let me know. I'll put the link in. Actually, I'll put it in again just in case anybody else wants to come in.
Gee, click that link, because I think the link I sent you was a StreamYard link.
What up, Jimmy? What up, Rev? Nice to see all y'all. We're going to fire up Vendu. We're going to see what it does.
So your name's Frank, right?
Yes.
Okay, I thought I heard him call you Mike earlier, so I was confused. You want me to sing you happy birthday?
Only if you want to. I won't hold it against you if you
You
don't.
can say no. It's a different birthday song.
Uh-oh.
It's a different
Now I'm
birthday
intrigued,
song.
so.
It's not, you don't drink?
Occasionally.
Okay. Have a happy birthday, filled with love and good cheer. On this special day yesterday, I'd like to say good luck throughout the whole year. May your wishes be fulfilled. May all your dreams come true. Have a happy birthday, happy birthday. That's what Nate and I are wishing for you.
Thank you.
Yay, happy birthday.
Almost a singer.
Whether you like it or not.
I loved it. Thank you very much.
So what platforms do you sell on Stroke of Luck?
Just eBay at this point, and then some Facebook Marketplace, occasionally on some bigger items, stuff that I don't want to try to handle packaging up and shipping, and I can flip easily on Facebook Market. But yeah, 99% of it is through eBay. And actually, today's actually been a pretty decent day. I've got about 10 sales already today.
Nice.
So today's been pretty good so far, so I'm pretty happy with that.
Yeah, I basically left eBay as forgotten. So that's why I purposely set up a stream to kind of make sure that I do some eBay stuff and do some cross posting, because let's face it, everyone is shopping right now, and I want to get rid of some of the stuff that I got sitting and hanging out. So what up, Alex?
Yeah, exactly.
What's up, guys?
There's Mama's favorite fat man.
Whoa, what am I, top liver?
Bro, I'm everybody's favorite fat man. You can't take that from me.
Well, I'm fat too.
How are you, Alex?
I am
good.
as well, so.
How you guys doing?
I'm doing good.
When your birthday comes, I'll sing for you too.
My
So
birthday,
you could pay me not to sing.
my birthday's every day. Today's my birthday.
Lisa C, yes, I am having my jewelry auction tonight at 7 o'clock. So I will be deserting Nathan and jumping over to my jewelry auction.
What up, Grimes? Nice to see you, buddy. Hope all is well. What up, Reseller? What up, buddy?
Where's my coffee, huh?
You want to be live on YouTube?
Huh?
You want to be live on YouTube?
No.
Stay away from me. 6 feet. 6 feet. Keep 6 feet.
Social distancing.
That's a good way to keep me away from you.
Who are you keeping away from you?
Huh?
Who is that you're keeping away from you?
That's my mom. 6 feet. I don't care. Blood related or not. 6 feet. Give me 6 feet.
That's wrong, dude.
Lisa
Hey.
said I'll be there.
I'll let you spend money you don't have, Lisa. Because I don't have it either.
Who's that?
That's why I was like looking at my Amazon account and stuff like that. Every time I ship out a FBM order, my payout for the next thing is actually going down every time.
Let me mute my microphone. Sorry, guys.
Oh, you're okay, bud.
What's on?
Hey, Justin, what's going on, honey? How are you and Gina?
In my eBay account, since I did that auction, I don't think I've listed anything since then, except for I think maybe a merch shirt I did or something that I put back up. Other than that, it's been rough.
Yeah, we just had announced today all our Goodwills in Denver or in the Colorado shut down temporarily. So that's one less place to source from. Didn't do a lot of sourcing from them anyways, but
Mine have been shut down.
the thing that I found kind of disingenuous about them when they went on the news this morning and they were announcing it, they were doing a thing about it, and they were like, well, only our retail stores are closed, but by all means go to our online stores and this and that, and please don't stop the donations. We're still accepting donations, you know. So that kind of twerked me a little bit because, you know, I mean, but it is what it is. We've got some other thrift stores here that we go to, so we'll be using them until we get the complete lockdown, which is coming in within the next couple of days here in Denver. So Denver, city and county of Denver, is already on complete lockdown, and now the outlying cities, which is where I live in one of the suburbs, we're all going to be locked down as of 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. So
Thank you, Rev Resell. I appreciate that, and I'd be happy to.
Sorry, I was off screen.
So, Kelly, was that your first live birthday song? Am I special, or was this?
Oh, no. I'd love to say you're special, Frank, but if you know anything about Mama, it's that I'm always singing.
Okay.
I got a strike because I was singing.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's okay.
So let me see the process of what you're doing here, Alex. It looks like Starbucks type of situation right now. You got your mute muted, or your mic muted. Whoops.
You can't hear me. Nobody. Yeah, all the coffee steam is exfoliating my pores.
You're making a latte?
No, I'm making café cubano, a.k.a. colada, a.k.a. Cuban coffee, a.k.a. the stuff that espresso drinks to wake up in the morning.
That's what espresso drinks to wake up in the morning.
Yeah, it's like if Red Bull and Monster were racing, right? Red Bull and Monster are racing. They're getting to the finish line, but they're both running out of energy. And here comes Cuban coffee, just speeding right past them like 1,000 miles per hour.
Like
that's what Cuban coffee is.
Like the round.
I love you, Alex.
I know. I love you too. Look, this is the foam right here. Look at all the foam. Look at all the foam. Look, foam. That's all foam. It's frosty. See what we can get.
It looks good.
It's delicious.
That would make me want to make some coffee or something. But I ain't got the setup like you got, that's for sure. I got a Keurig up there.
Yeah, our coffee would be boring.
Right. Mike,
Yeah,
I don't get disbursement till next Thursday. They pull it, and then I get paid not this Sunday, but next Sunday. But I'm noticing my number that, like my amount's getting higher. My payout that's coming on the 2nd is just lower and lower for the shipping and stuff like that. So I don't know if I'm definitely helping myself make money. It's just gonna make myself wait longer, I guess. The Mike said, AKA, it'll put me in the ER. That coffee. That thing is like, holy moly.
Let's see if fire comes out of his butt when he drinks it.
Here's my grandma. I gotta give this to my grandma first.
Give it to his grandma, but he kicks his mom to the side.
Dude, if I had a coffee thing like that, I'd probably never go to sleep. As soon as I start getting tired here at 3 o'clock in the morning, like I was on that live the other day, I would drink coffee and just be like I slept for 8 hours.
But of course.
A lot or little?
A medium.
Medium, so hot.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Enjoy.
I love you. Hey, I didn't get any froth. Where's my froth?
Oh, you're gonna get picky and demanding now, are
Of
you?
course, I want my froth.
Mom.
I'm not ready. I'm demanding. Now you're gonna make dinner?
Now everybody's going to be able to not sleep tonight, except for Alex.
No, we actually drink this stuff to go to sleep.
What?
We're immune to it.
The thing that's crazy too is like when I used to drink a lot of coffee, like I drink it every once in a while now, but not nearly as much as I used to. I would drink it, and then like an hour later, I'd be passed out because you get that. Like after a while, the juice of the coffee like gets you so far, and then it just literally it's like falling off a cliff.
Yeah, man. I just made all this, and half of it goes to the family, the other half goes to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was
To
listening.
the family.
I'm sorry.
I said at least some goes to the family.
Got to. You got to take care of your family, you know?
Right. All right.
I
So
was listening to some stuff there, and I set myself some goals today. I wanna list 10 items, and then take a break, and then 10 items. And when I break, I mean like this, like make some coffee, or also look at like the stocks that I have right now, or whatever. Like do something different for like 5-10 minutes, and then keep going. So that's what I've been doing for like 4 hours.
Good for you.
I got a question for the chat. Okay, I have Vendu, right? I bought the delist and relist add-on. Okay. How do I actually use that? Do I have to import it and then just deactivate it and then repost it over?
What it is if you want to unlist something, you can just hit deactivate, and then it'll no longer show. Now, it could be because you just don't want to sell it on that platform for a while, or it could be that it's sold on another platform. And then if you want to reactivate it, let's say the sale didn't go through on the other platform or whatever, you just hit reactivate.
So I can't like, for example, like when I paid the extra $5, I thought I could delist a listing that I had before and then relist it with vendor without having to.
No, I don't think that's how it works.
Well, what the heck did I pay $5 for that for?
You can cancel that at any time.
It doesn't make any sense.
I'm fairly certain that you can cancel that at any time. I didn't get that, so
Maybe basically I just have to cross-list it, like import it from eBay, go straight to eBay with it. Can I do that again? Maybe I can do that.
Hey, how are you? Hey guys, I'm gonna set myself up. I'm gonna take some pictures of a couple things, and if you guys are still on, I'm back in.
All right.
Coolio.
Cool. Thanks, buddy. I'll see you in a few.
Hey, and whose
bye,
birthday is it?
Alex. It's
Is
Frank.
it somebody's birthday? Is it your birthday, Frank?
Yesterday was my birthday.
Oh man, happy late birthday, man!
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
I really like that Mario thing you got back there.
Thank you.
All that stuff, man. Is that gangs? What is that? Goodfellas?
Yeah, Goodfella, or the pictures up on the top.
Yeah.
So one is Blood In, Blood Out, and then
Blood
American
In, Blood
Me.
Out. Filmed in Miami.
And then I got American Me, another great movie. And then I got a couple Back to the USA Today movie newspaper prints from. So I try to have a bunch of cool different stuff.
Guys.
That's cool, man. That's
It
cool.
looks really cool. It looks like my husband's man cave is what it looks like.
Eventually, I want to set up
Yeah, it's
something.
a total man cave. What's up, Victoria?
Yeah,
Not
so my eBay room used to be my son's room. My son recently moved in with his fiance and moved out, so I took over his room. Is now my eBay work center. So
Nice.
I figured I had to have some ambiance in my room to keep me going. Some of the stuff that I have listed, but it looks cool in my backgrounds and my videos and stuff. So I kind of set it up like that just to keep it fun and, you know, get some good vibe going in the background, just some fun stuff for looks good on the camera, you know. So
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's like what I did with my little background. Put comic books and Ninja Turtle posters and Simpsons. Just, you know, it keeps you. It feels good. It just feels good, you know.
exactly.
That's awesome. I like it.
To me, it brings up a good positive energy and vibe to me when I'm listening in here, because I'm up here in my room by myself. My wife and kids are in the other part of the house. Can get kind of lonely, so I got some music on in the background. Got some good positive stuff from my youth and stuff like that. It just keeps me going, and it just keeps a good positive vibe in my room when I'm listening and shipping orders and stuff like that. So
It's your happy place.
exactly.
Victoria came in when I was coming out, so I'll be back.
You leaving, Alex?
Yeah, I'm gonna go take some pictures of some stuff so I can list while I hang out.
Oh, okay.
All right, brother. We'll see you.
Yeah, I'll see you guys. Happy birthday, Frank. Happy late birthday.
Thank you, brother.
Oh, happy birthday, Frank.
Thank you.
Nate.
Yo.
Where do you live?
Where do you live?
What the heck?
Alex is great, man. He's so funny. I always like hanging out on that dude. Went to Fox. So what's going on?
Yeah, I love all the love. This is my first time dropping in on one of your videos, and I appreciate everybody showing all the love to me as a newbie on this. So appreciate it, guys. Everybody, thank you.
Of course.
That's how we try to do it, man. It's all about the community. It's not about me or anybody. It's about
Exactly.
It's all about love. When you're dealing with us, at least us three right here, it's all about love, man.
Yep.
And I'll give a huge shout out to Uncle B, because he's the one that told me about this YouTube channel, and I went onto it, subbed to it right away, and I saw you guys were doing a live video, so I thought I'd listen to it and watch it, and then I saw the live link, so I was like, hey, what the heck? Might as well.
Yeah, that's why I thought.
This face is usually made for radio, but every once in a while it can get on TV, you know.
Frank, what is your YouTube channel name? I'll go ahead and I'll go sub to you.
It is a Stroke of Luck, just the way it's spelled out of my name without the name Frank.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let me go see if I can pull it up. It has the underscores on it?
Yes.
I think I know how.
I've only got a couple of videos up so far. had a lot going on. So just a real quick, I don't want to bore you guys with too much info, but the name Stroke of Luck comes from my wife. On October 28th of last year, had a brain aneurysm and a stroke. And at the point that day when she had her stroke, I was told she wasn't going to survive the night.
Oh my
And
goodness.
by the grace of God and medical science, everything else, she is about 90% recovered from her stroke. So I always say it's been it's kind of a little bit of a play on the stroke that she had, but through luck and prayer and medical science, she has made a miraculous comeback. So that's where my name comes from.
Well, God bless her.
She spent 38 days in a medically induced coma, and as well was paralyzed from the neck down. She left the emergency room, the ICU, on the 38th day, and 14 days later, she was home at our house. In 14 days, she went from a coma to home.
Wow.
So, needless to say, she's been a miracle, a walking, talking miracle, and so that's where my YouTube channel name came from. So,
I couldn't find it. Can you type in the chat so that I can do the little 3 dots?
yeah. Give me a second here.
Let me log into YouTube and I'll give him a moderator thing too. I try to keep everyone blue.
You're blue, so blue. Blue.
How's things, Victoria?
Good. I got 14 things listed last night.
Nice.
Which is the most I've ever listed at one time. I was very proud of myself.
That is awesome, girl.
I stayed up all night. I did have a couple of naps, 2-hour nap around 12, midnight, and then a 2-hour nap around 5.
Wait, hold on. You were up all night. You didn't message me when you know I'm up all the time.
Because you know what? When I get on these working lives of yours, I don't work.
Even on the private ones?
I was there.
That's true.
Nate and I always work in the middle of the night.
Yeah. I'm up till 3 or 4 at night. The other day I fell asleep on a live on Danny Mays for an hour. Like literally for 50 minutes. The only thing you see is my hat like this. And then they viewed in to look at something, and next you know, like I'm just awakened and I'm like, where the heck am I? I was all discombobulated.
True story. And they were yelling to wake him up.
Oh wow.
Yay!
Yeah. I was zoinked. I mean, but that's what happens with me. Like I'm just used to just passing straight out anymore. You know what I mean? Just I'm working, take a quick little 2-hour nap, up for an hour, then go back to sleep, and then it's showtime at 9:30, 10 o'clock for the morning show. So it's just kind of what I got going on. I did go to bed. What time did I go to bed last night? 12:30. I went to bed early-ish last night.
12:30.
Wasn't last night the night you fell asleep live?
No, that was
night before last. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Danny went live for like 7 hours.
Yeah.
Hey, were you able to text any or put anything in the chat?
I'm trying to figure it out. My iPad where I'm working on the chat side of it's acting silly. So
okay.
I'm working on it.
I made you moderator so this way that you can just put your link in the chat so people can click on it if they would like to sub. Check them out.
Perfect.
I'm getting everything set, Victoria.
I figured you were working on it. I'm gonna be the what do you call that? The auctioneer on Mama's auction tonight.
There you go.
That is so fun. I love doing that for her.
And I love that you love doing that for me. But I enjoy doing it for you guys on Sundays too.
Our auctions on Sundays, Mama, are going to be canceled for a little while. There's my weekly alarm to remind me about your auction. Because we can't go out and get anything for it. So we're gonna
Oh,
We're gonna cancel them. Okay, cool. I got it. I subscribed. Thank you for posting
Did you
that,
find it?
Brittany. Brittany just posted it for us. I don't know why it wouldn't come up before.
Thanks, Brittany.
Thank you, Brittany.
let me get in there. What time did I go to bed last night, Nathan?
I can't even remember.
I can't remember either.
I think you went to bed at like 11 or something.
7:30, something. I went to bed something.
So Kelly, I'm a little new to a lot of this stuff. So explain to me, you're doing a live auction tonight. How does that work? What happens on that?
Basically, I will be displaying different jewelry items to my wonderful camera here, and then people will bid on them. Like right now, here is an earring array of earrings that I'm getting ready. I've got a whole bunch of necklaces, a whole bunch of bracelets, a ton of pendants, some brooches, things like that, rings, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, we do one. Me and Anthony do one once a month as well, which I have to schedule out for the beginning of April. So I don't know if you have lots of stuff maybe you want to get rid of, but we bring whoever would like to come on with us. And I mean, basically, you know, like she said, basically just show the item, show what you got. People bid. You get paid with PayPal. As soon as you pay with PayPal and they pay within, you know, you send an invoice, they pay. You just send it out just like you normally would for any other items or whatever. We try to have them as like reseller lots. So it's something that, you know, someone else probably can make a few bucks on, you know, good stuff, like, you know, decent stuff where people can, you know, so like I did a hat lot when one part of the auction. I had a bunch of NES games. I mean, different stuff. Like, doesn't have to be anything specific. It's not like a video game only auction or whatever. Like Mama does mainly jewelry on hers.
Jewelry.
But
I am going to have a really nice purse tonight, though.
Ooh, she had some nice wallets last week.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is I should keep my wife away from your channel because
No, not at all. Not at all.
I posted Mama's link there. I didn't see your auction on there, but you can go to her link and find the auction at 7.
I haven't set the auction up yet.
Oh, okay.
I still have to do that.
what up,
I have to do it. I have to do it through StreamYard. So as soon as we're done here, that'll be the first thing I do.
Nice to see George Cavender. He does like stores and lockers, so he does a lot of clothes, jewelry, games, bunch of stuff on his auctions. There's a lot of different channels that do auctions. Some do straight auctions. They don't even do eBay or you know, different things like that. Grimes, he has his own you know, he does auctions and stuff online, and you know, it's something you build up, and you know, at the end of the day, it's you have something that's yours versus you know, eBay basically owning your butt for the most part. You know what I mean? Where, you know, but once you get, you know, if you had something set up like that where, you know, you're gaining people on your channel and you're getting people that, you know, like buying auctions, you know, you're getting more people that are interested in buying stuff. The more people you have, the more competition that will bring, and it usually brings you more money and stuff too. So
Plus Rev Resell, which, hey, Rev Resell, he's great way to source during the pandemic. Yes, definitely.
Definitely.
If you don't have a death pile, if you don't have stuff that you have to list, then that is a great way to source.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because essentially right now, like I said, with 50% of our thrift stores shutting down here in Denver, and I figure the other half will be shutting down within the next week. I'm literally having to, with what I have left in my death pile, I've got like, if I were to list 10 things a day, I've probably got maybe 5 days worth of listing left.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. My death, I mean, I've been hitting it pretty hard way before the pandemic even started, just listing my inventory. And now I'm like,
You're
I
running
miss
out.
the days of a death pile now. I never thought I'd see the day where I'd say I wish I had a death pile.
Right.
Usually it's getting pretty
the
thin
opposite.
right now.
Yeah, usually it's the opposite. You don't want to have a death pile, but like stuff like this is just so unexpected. Now we're kind of scrambling, to be able to get some stuff. I talked about it on our morning show this morning about some stuff that I sourced and got on shopgoodwill.com. And the thing that would be good for you is you can bid on auctions on there, which some stuff goes for really good prices, and then you can pick up if the store is still open, so you don't have to pay shipping. So that helps you, gives you an advantage versus other people you're bidding against, and it kind of helps you retain some more margins than your competition if you would
Right.
bid on some stuff, because I found some amazing stuff. Now, some stuff I didn't win, but I mean, I got some Jordans that I won for $7.99.
Really?
Yeah. So that was awesome. I got another pair of shoes for $7. Some like North Face hoodies for $7. 2 of them for $7. Like that stuff by itself, like the one hoodie is like brand new. It looked like it'd be like $30.
North Face is a good brand.
They had some vintage Ninja Turtles, which I think I overpaid on, but I wanted them for personal. So
Can I say something? Can I say something, Nate? Cajun Reseller posted, now you get the 50,000 listings to make. You guys be careful with that, because if you don't have a store, and what is it, like 30 cents a listing?
Well, it depends on the store. Yeah.
Okay. So I was just saying 30 cents I think it costs me 30 cents to list anything above my 100 that I get a month. And if I was to list 50,000 items, which would never happen, but if I was in April, is it, or May, those listings would cost me $15,000 to list. You guys I'm not saying not to use them, but just be careful.
Personally, what I'm going to use a lot of them for is to do the delist, relist.
Oh, so that's a good idea.
Give my listings a fresh start and get me pushed up into the rankings, because I have some stuff that I haven't touched for 16 months. It's been listed for, and it gives you a little thing saying, hey, this has been there for 16 months. You might want to change something or da-da-da. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give all my listings a fresh reboot. And with Vendoo, it's pretty easy to do that, which I just figured out how to do.
So weird that you're saying Vendoo is good and Vendoo is bad.
I know, right?
Well,
so strange.
I mean, like when I first started using Vendoo, I really liked it. Then I had that issue, and then they kind of just like gave me we're busy and just like pushed me under the rug. But I mean, as a reseller and myself, like I have limited time. I work full-time job, and when I'm home, I want to use my time, right. You know what I mean? So for them to tell me that basically I can't use their product because it doesn't work for like 2 weeks, I was pretty upset about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, you have every right to be upset about it. It's just weird that I mean, we're all, I think we're all Vendoo crew, and then all of a sudden, Nate's Vendoo crew.
I know.
Let's not take it that far.
All right,
I got 80 listings to use before I max out the 125. If I have no problems at 125, then I guess I'll do the hashtag Vendoo crew. But until then, I'm more of like the middleman in here, just trying to figure out which path I'm going to go. Am I going to go over here? Or am I going to go over here? So,
well, let me just say, it's nice hearing you say that you enjoy using it now, because I love using it. I love Vendoo. So, yeah.
Yeah, I need to. So Vendoo is what you use to list on, what is it, like Mercari or whatever?
Cross list.
Guys, I have to go. I've got to go get my StreamYard set up for the auction. Victoria, feel free to hang, honey, and pop over anytime before 7.
Okay, I'll stay here for about 5 more minutes, and then I'll come on over.
Okay, baby. So,
hey, Mama, thank you for the birthday song. I appreciate it.
You're welcome, Frank. It's nice to meet you, and I'm glad you enjoyed it. All right, guys. If you get bored of these guys, come on over to my auction.
if you like bored, Go see mama. Go now. Get ready.
She goes live now.
Check the bank account. Go.
Yeah, just you can do both. Be with Nate and then switch to me, and then be with Nate, then switch to me.
We have
All
fun
right.
in that auction, so.
All right. Love you guys.
Bye, mama.
Bye. I'll see you in the nighttime, Nate.
All right. Just message me whenever you're good. Okay.
Oh, she's gone.
I'm gonna show you.
She dipped out.
I'm gonna show you Vendu. So I have some stuff already imported already. But okay, so to import something, I'm gonna start something from scratch. So you can import from eBay. I don't have Etsy or Poshmark activated, or those will be blue too. So I'd click on eBay, and then it's gonna pull up some listings, and then I'll find one that I didn't cross post yet. Let's just go with this here. Okay.
See how it said import? It wouldn't have said import if it wasn't available to. If he'd already imported it, it would have said it.
Right.
But
So
you
he's
can't
not going to
accidentally
accidentally
double.
import it twice. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So this is already. So I click on Mercari here. The only thing that stinks with Mercari is that the it's like 40 characters, so I got to really shrink this down.
Yeah, you got like double what you need.
I gotta like abbreviate. Whoa, what happened?
Three characters.
There we go. Hold on, me add someone to the stream. Mama's back. Mama.
Mama's back.
I'm back.
What?
It let me set up the stream and then still do this. So
Oh, cool.
Okay, we'll hang out.
yeah, so I'll come hang out for a good 15 minutes. Why not?
Showing Frank here a little Vendu.
Ah, Nate is a Vendu king now.
So the only thing that stinks about it is these categories are always going to be wrong for the most part. Now it might be okay with this clothing item, but most of the time these aren't going to be right if you did like toys or whatever. So you have to go back into Mercari and fix it.
You just have to make sure you check it before you post, or even after you post it. You need to make sure that you check it.
Yeah, because I got about 500 articles of clothing in my store. I got about 1,500 listings total.
Oh, wow.
But about a third of my inventory is clothes.
Wait, why did it say 8 to 10? What?
A medium? Yeah. A medium is 8 to 10.
Oh, that might have been an 8 to 10. Like,
Is that a junior size or is it a regular?
I don't know. I think it's a regular. So it's 8
Yeah,
to
then I
10.
would put the medium, yeah.
I never do free shipping, so
I don't either.
then you have to do whole dollar amounts, which is kind of cool. So the only thing I have to do is hit list on Mercari.
And it'll automatically save it for him when he hits list.
Yeah, I'll save it to my inventory. So if say it's sold on eBay, I can just go back to here and hit delist on Mercari and eBay. Well, it'd already be delisted on eBay, but that's it.
So I'm assuming this is a silly question, but again, I'm not familiar with Mercari at all. So obviously you have to set up a store on Mercari first, and then
Yeah. And
Well,
then
cool.
link it to Vendu.
The thing that's really cool about Mercari, there is no store. You just pay a flat 10%. There's no
Okay.
store fee like eBay where you pay like either say 20 or 50 or whatever, depending on the size store you got.
so you only pay when you sell your item.
Right.
Right. Which is pretty cool because
Poshmark, the same thing.
more of that's going in your pocket. Where like say Posh is 20%.
Right.
eBay is even probably close to depending on your, yeah, I mean, depending on what your thing is for your promotion, like your promoting and everything like that, you could be up 20% depending on how much you promote your items. So
Right.
I do mine at 1 or 1.1%. Just to kind of, I know a lot of people do 1, so I usually do 1.1 to get over on somebody else. But yeah, I mean, like if I was by myself, like say me and mom were just hanging out in a private hangout, or I'm by myself just doing like this, I can do a bunch of listings really quick, just transfer them over like that, like boom, 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 like really quick. So I paid for 125 listings. I think I paid $24 a month, but I won't need that every month. Like me having 125 listings in a month's period, that'll get me basically either half my store or a third of my store transferred over, and then I can downsize into like the 25 or 50 listings. I think there's a medium one in between that. But anyway, you can downsize from that point. And this way, when you're transferring, you don't have to worry about, you're not going to waste listings of money. You can save some money and just get most of them transferred, and boom, they're gone. So
once Vendu transfers them from eBay over to Mercari, you don't have to refresh those every month or anything like that. They're automatically on Mercari and you're done.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
The thing that's cool also is if you want to try it, if you go on vendu.co, that's their website, you get 5 free listings for free. And every month you could do 5 and just test it out, see if you like it or whatever. I mean, a lot of people use that or this perfectly. And I think the other one's cross listed where you pay $9 or $10 a month and that's it you pay. And I haven't really checked that one out, but yeah, that's pretty much it right there.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Occasionally I would, man, if I had more time, I would do it for free. Trust me. I don't like paying any extra fees. But sometimes you just got to. If I sell one of my items, that basically pays for what I have going on. You know what I mean? So anything over that's going to be gravy.
Well,
save me a lot of time.
And in my opinion, though, on all this though too, is I've got to value what my time is worth.
Right.
And so if 125 listings for $25, my opinion, that's an hour's worth of my time. I'm worth $25 an hour, let's say.
Yeah.
So I've just saved myself, potentially 10, 15, 20 hours worth of labor for $25.
Mhm.
That's money well spent, in my opinion.
Yeah,
As opposed to,
like at work, I make basically that an hour. So I just gave away 1 hour of my paycheck to save myself multiple hours of free time after work. And not only that, it's going to help my business create more money for me and sales because more eyes are going to see my products versus, maybe just eBay. You know what I mean? Like there's such a different group of people on Mercari versus eBay. Like,
Anthony's in the house.
Yeah, Anthony is Pittsburgh. He just put his affiliate link. I think he's the only one that signed up for the affiliate program out of all of us. So if you get it, go through him.
Okay.
Yeah, click that link and Anthony gets a tiny little kickback.
Hey, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and go so that I can do my last minute stuff before Mama's auction.
And I'm going to go so that I can set up that last little stuff.
Okay, and I'll see you in 2 shakes of a
Lamb's tail.
I don't know. All right, see you guys later.
All right, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye, Victoria. Bye, Mama.
Bye.
Bye, baby. Love you.
Love you. I threw the link in there if anyone wants to come hang out. Anthony, if he gets a Vendu off you, I need a free breakfast. I'm just kidding. But yeah, I mean, honestly, it's a good program. I gave Anthony a little bit of trouble about it when I first started and had some issues, but there's going to be bugs here and there, with stuff, and it happens. No, eBay's been around for years and it has bugs and glitches all the time. So
yeah, and I think about it too, though, is like, just having another platform. There's people that will, for some reason, will never go to eBay to look for clothes or whatever, but they'll go to Mercari. So you just, hopefully potentially doubled your audience of potential buyers for your inventory. So yeah, Uncle B was telling me about it a couple about a week ago in one of our live chats we were doing. He was kind of explaining it to me. So it definitely, he piqued my interest on it. And then you guys talking about it more today has definitely got me thinking I need to go that direction as well, just to get some more views and more potential sales out of it. So
yeah, like I said, for me personally, you know, I'm only gonna have to use probably that you know, $24.99 package once, and then after that, hold on one second. Yeah, I'm only gonna have to get that you know, that $24.99 package once, and then after that, I can probably just get the $8.99 one and cross post the good stuff that you know, I think will really sell quickly, or stuff that maybe, you know, I think would do a lot better on Mercari. So yeah, like you said, it just gives me more eyes on my items, and should make me some more money. But I just like it because it's giving me another avenue to use. You know what I mean? I don't have, like, I do a lot of Amazon, but I also want Amazon not to be all by itself. I want maybe a combination of Mercari and eBay to kind of have a nice part of my business structure. You know what I mean? Because you never know. Sometimes with Amazon, you know what I mean, they could one day just boot all the third-party sellers off and just really run with it themselves, or, you know, whatever can happen. So I want to be able to have a nice presence in multiple places, not just one, because of that.
you know, when I first got into selling with the company I used to work for before I left there and did eBay full time, my boss, who got me into when I was doing outside sales, he told me the best piece of advice he ever gave me was, don't put all your eggs in one basket. You know, you want, like he always said, you want 70% of your revenue to come from 10%, like from one, like, or 30% of your revenue, your sales should come from a couple big accounts, but have a bunch of small accounts, because if one of those big accounts goes away and you're dependent on that big account, you're dead in the water. You know what I mean? So if for some reason eBay, and I know it's not going to happen, but let's just hypothetically speaking, eBay went away tomorrow without doing like Mercari or any of these other places, I'd have nowhere to sell my inventory. And now I'm dead in the water. I have, you know what I mean? So yeah, to have multiple platforms, I think is a very good piece of advice for everybody. I'm going to start doing it now just because, again, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Keep, you know, multiple platforms to be able to sell your inventory on, because like you said, Amazon could pull the cord on everybody tomorrow, and all these people that are dependent on Amazon, either FBA or FBM, whatever it's called, you know, they'd be done, you know.
Exactly. So, yeah, just protecting yourself and making sure that, you know, what you're doing, you know, it's not going to just collapse on you. You know, that can happen. You know, everything, every day that passes, e-com is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And, you know, with everything that's going on now, it's really growing like 10 times faster, 20 times faster than.
I was gonna say, yeah, because there's a lot of people sitting at home and they're gonna start discovering, whether it be Mercari or Etsy or whatever, and they normally didn't have the time sitting at home doing nothing. I mean, you know,
exactly.
So this is gonna open a lot of people's eyes to e-commerce way more than it ever was. I think e-commerce is gonna skyrocket. I'll say this honestly, with everything that's going on, I have not seen a lapse in my sales. I mean, I'm actually selling more I'm selling a lot of board games, that kind of stuff that normally I kind of sit on for a while, and that stuff's starting to sell now. I'm selling a couple board games a day now, just because that people are trying to find things to do sitting at home, because, you know, you can only put that puzzle together so many times. So they're selling a lot of model planes and stuff like that. I mean, it's just amazing how it's all you know, it's going to take off. People need to get ready for it, because I think it's going to blow up here in a good way, you know.
Right. No, I agree. I definitely agree. I mean, just everything that, like myself, for example, now before kind of the pandemic, my Amazon, I was letting go a little bit, not all the way, but it wasn't going uptick as much. But just looking at my sales from just this month alone, 8.5. Oops, I don't know how that happened. 8.5 for the month. Today I did 582. So I mean, I had my first like almost $1,100 day, which I'm extremely proud of. And I mean, just for my month to month, I mean, it says my last month I'm 122% above my last month. For the year, I'm 173%. And these Merchville orders, I have 8 more to pack, which I packed up until 4 o'clock today and sent them out. So it's just been, I mean, like out of this world. Like I don't even know what more I could say. Like it's been so good. And I'm really happy how everything's going. Anthony says, Nate, can you explain how to make my iPad view website like a laptop and not like mobile? Okay, so go to Chrome. And then in the top right corner, you'll see like the 3 dots or whatever. You want to click that. And then there's desktop mode. Click that, and it'll give you the your basic computer, your laptop look versus being on a mobile.
Actually, that's good to know for me as well, because I use an iPad for some things. I use my iPhone for most stuff, but like if I'm working on moving over that stuff over to Mercari, it'll be nice to use my iPad instead of having a laptop,
Yeah, because it's weird how some things like it just won't look right. Like for example, if I go into eBay, like the eBay app, like all the features and different things that I normally use and whatever, the look is totally different. So I have to go into the browser. Same thing with with Amazon. Like I'm going to look at say my shipments and just see how something came in or what my sales were or what sold. So it's way better just by doing it that way. All right, cool. I'm glad that was a quick, easy demo for you. Come on in here, LL Stash. I like the name change. Click that link, Larry. Dana says sales are slow here. eBay has been slow. Mercari, I just don't have a lot of stuff on, but I've had a sale the other day, which it was pretty good for me. I had these. I bought. It was like a bunch of Marvel Play-Doh cans that I bought from like a discount retailer, and it was somehow Walmart exclusive, but it wasn't at Walmart. So they must have bought it like a buyout from them or whatever. It was like $2.99 for all these cans of Play-Doh. So when I was originally bought it was for Amazon, but then I got gated right before Christmas, sent it back. So it's been sitting here ever since. So I got 15 plus shipping for it. So that was a nice quick flip. And, Mercari took, $1.50 off me for it or whatever. So shout out to Mercari.
And so Mercari's not just clothes. You can list anything you want on their toys or whatever. It's
whatever
you feel.
It's everything. It's everything. You don't have to. It's not like Poshmark where Poshmark only does clothes and say, accessories or maybe some home goods. I think you can do now. That will probably be the last platform that I'm gonna probably list on it if I like went full time, just because the fees are so high. Like
20%, man. That's a stiff kick in the rear end of that kind of fees. You know what I mean?
I mean, no, but like the sharing aspect of it is a pain in the butt.
Yeah, I heard you got to do a lot more social media to promote your store and stuff like that to really make it. I get some of it, but I mean, at some point, I'm not. Again, my time is valuable, in my opinion. So I don't want to spend hours on end promoting a store to get a couple sales here and there off. So.
There's that beautiful stash. What's up, Wayne?
What's up?
There's a fellow PA guy. How's things up in the north?
Not too bad right now. We're playing about 48 right now, so we're not too bad.
That's good. How's your sales been?
I believe I had 2 today.
Okay. That's what's
I
up.
never had that, man. It's usually only like 1 whenever, but today
I can't hear them on my end.
You can't hear him?
In fact, one of them was DVD. I'm like, awesome. They gave me an offer on it, and I took the offer. So
Try and leave and come back, Frank. Well, that's good. So there was some DVDs and stuff, or
oh yeah, it's yeah, I've been heavy with DVDs, and I just listed about 4 postcards, and I've been heavy on the DVD. So yeah, finally, well, it's actually the second DVD I sold in 2 weeks.
awesome. Glad that's working out for you.
Slowly,
Yeah,
but it's working. Well, everybody being off work and stuff. I mean,
There it goes. Now I can hear him.
okay, cool. Sometimes stream
Larry, I
is
had
weird
some
like that.
audio difficulties.
yeah, because we're in a stay-at-home thing now. They issued that out yesterday. Everybody's got to stay at home.
Yeah, I got my letter Friday.
Oh,
So I'm allowed to go out and do whatever, I guess. Well, I guess not really, but I'm sure they're not going to really beat my butt about what I'm doing exactly, as long as I got that letter for the most part.
yeah. All right, Cajun.
So what you been up to, Larry?
Nothing much, really. Yeah, I was just I've been lurking in the chats all day.
Oh, okay. Nothing wrong with that, as long as you're getting some work done.
Well, I wanted to wait till Jenny and Victoria's show got on before I jumped into a chat, because Victoria was the one to help me out with the name, and I didn't want everybody to see the new name until their show came up.
Ah. I can dig it.
Yeah, she did a private little thing after her show this morning, and we went into YouTube and messed around.
You're having issues like switching the name and stuff?
No, it actually went pretty smooth. We were just trying to figure out how to change it, and I can change it once, and now I can't do nothing with it for 6 months. Is what it said in there. You can change your name every 6 months.
Yeah, they're pretty strict with that. So this way, people aren't going all over the place.
So I'm like, okay.
I mean that, and plus they want you to like build your brand, basically. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like they want you to be known as the mustache. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I even noticed that Jenny kind of paused on my name for a few minutes tonight with their show, and I noticed that pause a little bit, and then she finally caught on who it was.
I'm sure it's going to take a second for everyone to.
That's fine with me. Yeah, me and Victoria were wondering how many people were going to actually notice.
Yeah, when I seen it in the chat, I'm like, LL Stash.
You're like, oh, a new person.
That is a good name, though. I'll give you that.
She came up with it.
It was a good name. I'll give you that for sure.
Well, I actually wanted them both to put their heads together and come up with it, but Jenny hasn't been on too many lives lately, really. I mean, because with her pain and all.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't talked to her too much. Miss her crazy butt.
She actually looked like she wasn't doing too bad tonight. I mean, their show was like a normal hour with their interview show. Yeah, they had Devil Dogs on there tonight.
Yeah, I was on kid duty whenever they were live. So
kid duty.
I got the lark for a little bit.
Hi, Dana. Oh, thanks, Dana.
This doesn't make any sense. Trying to edit this picture with Vendu and the Vendu thing that they have.
Oh, what'd you do? Get back into Vendu again?
Yeah. I had to give it a try again. Sometimes they say, you know, first you don't succeed, try again. So we're giving it a shot again.
Yeah, I think I'm still a mod, KJ. At least I was in Journey and Victoria show. I was still a mod, so apparently it doesn't take the wrench away when you change.
Yeah, it won't mess with any of your settings like that or anything like that. Look how everything have to have hashtags and stuff now. When you're doing your tags in Mercari, it's like hash three things for tags and
Yeah, devil dogs are awesome. Yeah, 5,700 individual listings. Yeah, they're crazy.
they're I'm gonna do a lot of delist relist with those.
Mm.
I'm not gonna set myself up for failure even if I had all that, you know, stuff or whatever. Like the only way that would be good to list, like say if you did have 50,000 things. Like, I don't even know what would give them the idea to do that, but like who in their right mind would really list 50,000 things? But anyway.
Who would have the time?
Yeah, I mean, like unless you just had like 50,000 drafts sitting, you're not listing 50,000 things. But like they should have just did like 1,000 listings. Here's 1,000, and if you're a big, huge company, sure, give them 50. But you know, like I understand what they're trying to do, but at the same time, they're trying to set people up for failure. When the end of the following month comes around, they're seeing fees start hitting their account with listing, you know, this one and that one, instead of having, you know, maybe a couple extra listings normally like they would have, like say, you know, not used. Now they're going to make more money on those other ones, you know.
Yeah. Well, they came on Victoria's show the other morning, a couple days ago, and then they wound up giving a tour of their warehouse, and boy, is that thing big.
Yeah, I remember I was there, I believe, for that one, I believe.
Yeah, because they showed all the big taxidermy stuff that they have for sale. I mean, they got stupid polar bears and stuff in there.
Yeah, like he was saying, like you know, like they're worth some money, but a lot of people won't buy them because they want to hunt and get their own stuff, you know, up on the wall that they killed or whatever.
Yeah.
Kids are up there going crazy.
So what now?
So my kids are up there going crazy.
Oh yeah, we can hear them. That's no problem.
It's the only downside with my new mic setup.
Oh,
when the kids are at full craziness range, they get hurt on the mic.
so your mic picks up everything, man.
Yeah, it's really good and sensitive, I guess.
Okay.
Oh, where'd he go? Where'd Frank go?
I don't know. I'm not there at the moment.
Exactly, Dana.
Don't know.
Exactly, Dana. eBay's trying to be a trick.
Winnie the Pooh says hi back.
Because I noticed that I was paying some fees before, and then they did a thing where it was like, hey, upgrade your store and get a free month free, and it was right before the quarter came too. So I got, you know, an upgrade in shipping supplies as well, which that was awesome because, you know, I got $50 in shipping supplies instead of 20 or 25, and I didn't have to pay for it. But then I got locked into the Premier store.
Okay. In fact, I even went in there and ordered some eBay envelopes. I think it was either today or yesterday.
Oh, you just use your coupon?
Yeah, so I'm on the low one, 20. I think the $25. So I'm just paying the store monthly at the moment.
Yeah,
It's either $25 or $27 a month, something like that.
There's Frank. I was like, where'd you go? I just clicked back. I was like, where'd you go?
Sorry, guys, had some difficulties here.
It's all good. Crazy Risa said, Larry, do you want my Winnie the Pooh plush?
No, thanks. Well, one's enough.
We'll have to all start getting Winnie the Pooh stuff for Larry, just so he can have a collection. Yeah, I mean, I can see what they're trying to do. They're trying to promote business and help people make some money, but at the same time,
yeah,
it's like what they call it, like catch 52 or catch something.
Catch 22.
Yeah, catch 22. Yeah, exactly.
Well, it's kind of my opinion too. I don't know if you guys have gotten the email saying that you can defer your invoice for April for 30 days. So that's going to be a dangerous thing for a lot of people if they think they're going to honey hole a couple $100 worth of fees, and then next month their fees are going to be double what they were this month by deferring their eBay invoice for 30 days.
I did that, and the only reason I did it, my fees usually aren't too bad. They're probably like 150 or something, so I can push it back a month.
Yeah, mine are about $1,000 a month.
Damn, man!
Wow.
How much is in your last 90 days on eBay?
Almost 20,000.
Damn, that's nice.
It would actually been more, honestly, too, but back again, like I said, with what happened to my wife last year, so my November to 7, my Q4 was, I couldn't put in the a lot of my time and energy into my store because I was literally at the hospital twice a day with my wife for the most part of the last quarter of last year.
Right.
But then once she came home and things kind of settled down, I was able to beginning of the year just went back at it hard. I had a death pile that was a bedroom full of stuff to list, and that's why I went from like 800 listings to 1,500 listings in like 45 days because I was just pounding away at listing because again, this is my livelihood, and I went 3 months with very little income because I was busy with my wife with her illness that she had. So
right.
But yeah, it's definitely been able to pick up, and thank God it's stayed sustained, and I was able to get through that part of our life, and it's picked up really well. And again, like I said, luckily I haven't had much effect from the pandemic that's going on. It's everything is sustained pretty well. So
yeah, I kind of had to switch some stuff up. Like I've never really did too much merch fulfilled. I've always did FBA, and with them limiting items to send into the warehouse, now I'm like, well, I'm not going to just ship a few items in and just call it a day. You know what I mean? I'm gonna figure out if I can do some stuff. If merch fulfill too. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna just kind of shut down and just wait until it comes back. I mean, I could, because I did luckily put in a double order 1 week, because I usually ship once every week, and then sometimes I'll take like a week off depending on cash flow. So luckily I was like, you know what, I need to push one more. So the warehouse was nice at the time. Everything kind of went down, which was just luck. And I guess a little bit of like, thinking what if type thing, so, but yeah, I kind of had to switch that up. I mean, I've never shipped more than maybe 3 merch fulfill orders, and I had I think it was like 115 I shipped in the last 7 days. So
it's awesome.
Yeah, it's been crazy.
You
all right, Larry?
Oh yeah, I'm fine. It's my cat's got allergies, so I had to put some stuff on her paw.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she licks it off if she doesn't flick it too hard, and it flies all over the place.
Yeah, like with them pushing back like my eBay fees or whatever, I'll be able to throw that in my another sourcing for the month, and I'll be able to turn that 150 into 300 because that's usually my when I'm sourcing for Amazon, I'm looking for a double up every time at least.
Yeah.
So if I source something for $100, I usually get 200 back. Counting my investment or whatever. So, with me having an extra 150 into the mix, that just gives me more stuff to send in. Or, if this keeps going on and they keep waiting to send, not block and not let us send everything in. I'll just do merch fulfill. I'll just figure out what works, and because it sells FBA doesn't mean you can sell at FBM because of shipping rates and stuff. Like if on some things with Amazon, they basically look at the dimensions of the item and they can do better shipping because let's face it, they're the biggest shipping company basically in the world, so they're shipping the most items out, and they're able to get really good prices. Where if I'm shipping it out, even with pirate ship or their shipping, they make money on the shipping. I can guarantee you that.
Yeah.
So I figured, what the heck, I'll push it back. Well, I got some weird message when I did it, and it was like, we'll let you know in 3 days or something. So I don't know if they laughed at me and was like, we ain't gonna give it to you. Someone else said something like that too. Like they asked for the extension, and they basically got some weird message like I did. So I'm guessing they're only letting it go to certain people or something. I don't know.
Okay.
Lisa she says it's going to continue. A lot of Amazon warehouses with employees that got sick. 8 warehouses, according to the news. Yeah, it's unfortunate, making sure. But it gives us a lot of good opportunities. If they can't, ship things in the warehouse, or they, have to close the warehouses or whatever, either A, if they have to throw away all the product, or as they figure it out or whatever, I'm going to get paid for it. We're growing. We're getting there. Only 189 left.
So just show you real quick. So my iPad's only showing my 60-day total, but I don't know how well that's coming up on there.
That's
you can
awesome.
read that at all.
Wow.
Yeah, 13.4.
Yeah, so that's a 60-day total. It hasn't updated to the 90-day yet, but and again, I have 8 shipped out, and I got 5 that I'm waiting to get paid on today. So again, it's all over the place with what I'm selling too. It's been kind of, there's not any kind of niche item that I've sold.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I thought when you told me that much, I'm thinking to myself, you must sell a lot of video games or something. That was my initial thought, but just because of how your background is, I'm thinking, okay, he likes Mario, so I'm guessing he likes video games. So he probably has the honey hole of video games or something.
And actually, the video games are one of my least selling items that I list. I used to sell a lot of them, and then it just got to a point where I was having issues with buyers. I think they were swapping discs on me personally, because I would have a flawless video game that I sold, and then I'd get a return request, and they'd tell me the game was scratched, or they would be super ultra anal about scratches. You'd have one that would look flawless to the naked eye, and they're like, well, I put it under a black light and this and that and blah blah blah. So I actually cut back on video games a lot. I getting into a lot of hard goods, honestly. A lot of hard goods is what I've been selling a lot of lately, getting from thrift or estate sales and garage sales. So
yeah, I like clothes when I first started reselling. I was watching.
Clothes are huge for me. I'll be honest with you. Like I said, a third of my inventory is clothing, and so naturally, about a third of my sales are clothing.
Nice. Yeah, like that's what I first did when I first started. You know what I mean? Like I'm watching, this guy. Global Voodoo was the first guy I started watching when I started, watching YouTube, and he's going in there buying dollar polos and stuff and selling them for 20 some bucks, $30. And I'm like, wait a second, he did this at the Goodwill. So I'm like, I can do that. You know what I mean? Like, that ain't the same. So I just started, start hitting the different shops and stuff, and it was finding all types of good stuff, man. Like I was amazed, like what people were buying and what I was finding at Goodwill, because this is before, like, I think this is before they really started like cherry picking from like the stores and stuff, and because now that I see what they do on the auctions on Shop Goodwill, I'm like, man, like I wish some of this stuff would trickle out and down, but they must have somebody they pay really well that sorts through that stuff and is like, yeah, this is good, or they have some type of guide that they use.
Yeah, so I could tell you one of our local thrift stores, it's a Colorado-based company called ARC. I was in there a couple days ago, and one of the managers, I was talking to her, and I recognized her. Come to find out, she used to work for me about 20 some years ago. So we got to talking, and I started asking her about, how are you guys setting your prices, this and that. One, she knew the whole process of checking comps and solds on eBay. And she said, really, they've got a list of clothing that they're supposed to look out for brands. And that's how, some of it falls through the cracks depending on who's actually looking at the clothing. And, but yeah, they definitely they're vetting the inventory and trying to keep the better stuff to either price really high or, they've got to be trying to sell it off, somewhere else other than in their retail stores.
Right.
But then I look out, like yesterday, I went to one of the ARC thrift stores and I bought 2 beautiful Pendleton 100% wool button-up shirts. I got them for $4 a piece. But then other times you'll look at a Ralph Lauren polo shirt that's just an average, solid color, black Ralph Lauren polo shirt, and they want $10 for it, and it's like, there's no rhyme or reason to their price in it. It's weird.
Yeah.
But I love selling clothes though. I mean, I sell a ton of concert t-shirts. I can usually pick them up at the thrift stores for, $2 or $3 a piece. And I average anywhere from $15 on the low end to sometimes $70, $80, $100 on the high end. But concert t-shirts, I have fun selling those because they sell really good.
Yeah, those are like impossible to find in my Goodwills.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't found one ever.
Yeah, I probably got at least 75 to 100 concert t-shirts average in my store at any given time, because I can usually pick up at least 3 or 4 per shopping trip per sourcing day.
Wow.
I'm gonna go ahead and take off, Nate. Thanks for asking me to come in.
All right, Larry.
Yeah, have yourself a good night. We'll probably see you tomorrow.
All right.
Larry, pleasure meeting you, sir.
Good to meet you there, Frank.
What about like sports jerseys and stuff? Do you guys come across those at your thrift stores up there in your neck of the woods?
Jerseys, I find pretty good. What's it called? I found a couple like vintage Mitchell and S, Roberto Clemente jerseys. And it was funny because I'm walking past and I'm like, oh, they have like a Pittsburgh like rack at the Goodwill. And I usually just walk past it because it's a lot of like older players or players that don't get play there anymore. They just traded, or baseball, because the Pirates, I mean, people always get the T-shirt to go with one game a year, and they stink, so they just get rid of them at the Goodwill every year. So it's just a bunch of those T-shirts and stuff. And then I was walking past, and I'm like, wait a second, that looked like a Roberto. So I grab it, and like literally after I grab it, this guy like almost tries to grab it with me to make it look like we grabbed at the same time, but I spun on him. Like I grabbed and spun. And he's like, "Oh, Roberto, that's my favorite player." And I'm like, "Yeah, me too." I'm like, "Yeah, I know what you're doing. Don't think you're gonna hit me with that's my favorite player. You see me running up there to grab it, and you weren't fast enough, you know." So I ended up grabbing that for like $5 or whatever, and I sold it for like $40 or $50 plus shipping. So that was a good one. I know Anthony always finds he'll sell like the Steeler jerseys and stuff. Like even the Antonio Browns and stuff right now, which people, I don't know if, I mean, of course, Brown is a common last name, so maybe people are grabbing it for their name, like, and they're a Steeler fan. Right. But like that, and like the Le'Veon Bell, and the older jerseys. But yeah, I mean, they still go. I don't really buy that type of stuff just because the whole Antonio Brown thing in Pittsburgh, I don't even want to have that in my house. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I mean, it's like for me, like a lot of times, unless like the only jerseys that I really will buy is like I come across a lot of like blank back jerseys, so a guy can put his own name or whatever name he wants to put on a jersey. Right. But I typically, I mean, a lot of the jerseys for even current players, you can still find them at the thrift stores here, but players bounce from one team to another so frequently that, I could have a Demaryius Thomas Bronco jersey, but he hasn't played for the Broncos in 2 years. And that thing, if I would have bought it a year ago or 2 years ago when he was on the team, I might have been able to flip it, but he's gone to 2 different teams since then. And the jersey's worthless as far as I'm concerned, unless, So I try to stick typically to the older jerseys that have, like a Steve Young jersey. I mean, that's going to always be a 49er Steve Young jersey, or a Montana jersey or a Jordan jersey or something like that. But it just stinks, because I find a LeBron James Miami Heat jersey and I can't give the thing away, Yeah. Because, that's one of those weird. My nephew was out sourcing with me the last couple of days. He came in from out of town, and I was having to explain to him how you always got to be on certain things and kind of move with the trends on stuff. And he was like, man, there's a lot more thought to this than I thought. He goes, I thought it was just going to a thrift store. You find something you think it's worth money and selling it. And I was like, no, you got to put a little bit of thought into it and figure out trends. We're getting to the time of year now where jackets, don't go crazy buying jackets because people aren't, the weather's beautiful for most of the country right now. So jackets are going to slow down. Now, if you can afford to buy jackets now and hold on to them until next year, when winter rolls around again, do it or whatever. And he was like, again, it was just stuff that he, didn't think about on stuff like that. And it's like, yeah, you got to make sure the inventory that you're carrying is what people are looking for today. Cause you can go broke buying jackets, and if they're not a very highly desirable jacket, a brand name or whatever, yeah, you'll be dead in the water. You'll be broke within 30 days of trying to do this either as a side hustle or even as somebody that wants to dive into head first full time, and it's like, I always tell people, and I've have a lot of friends and people that, they've seen in my videos, Uncle B's videos, and I tell them, they're like, hey, I want to get into this. And I tell them, I said, the first thing you need to do is spend at least a minimum of a week watching a bunch of different YouTube videos, looking and what to source, what to buy, because don't make the mistakes I made, because I didn't think to look to YouTube for this kind of stuff. And like you said, you'll go broke buying everything you think is worth the value, Exactly. I used to buy, I don't know if, I used to buy and sell a lot of Vineyard Vine stuff. Then one morning I was watching the news and they announced that Vineyard Vines was going to be available through Target. And I was like, well, that just kind of
in my opinion, it cheapened the value of that brand because it was always kind of a more higher end exclusive brand.
Right.
But now you could walk into any Target in the country and buy it off their rack, and literally overnight, that brand, my inventory just stopped moving. I had to start discounting it just to give it away practically.
Yeah, I bought some Target clearance Vineyard Vine stuff in the summer last year. Some of the stuff was hot and it was selling, but I still have like this giant throw pillow that has like a beach scene to it. It's pretty cool. I have some of the like different like they had some like lights. Or like they have like the logo of like the little whale or whatever. What else? There was something for a dog, like a dog costume. It was all really cheap because it was clearance down like 90%. But I grabbed it. I still have it. But now we're starting to get into that season. Well, if we ever get out of this,
right?
But it should be that stuff should be hot, because that pillow is made for a vacation home down in Florida or something, or someone who lives down there. It's like it screams the beach, like it's that blue like sea color. It has like people like I think on a beach or something. Like it had like a coastline. So I mean, it's an awesome looking pillow, but it's still sitting here. But so I just like bagged it up and just so it doesn't get dirty or dingy or that gets that smell to it from sitting. And it'll sell eventually.
Yeah.
But like what you were saying before, like about like sourcing for like what's coming up or what's hot. Like, see, sometimes I'll source backwards. I'll source what everyone's not sourcing. But the reason why I do that is because I typically can get stuff for super cheap and get the brands that I wouldn't get during the season when it peaks. So for example, like we're walking into spring and summer right now. I guess it is spring now. And summer's going to be here shortly. I'm still looking at jackets and other things and like that, like boots and stuff like that. If I can get them for $1 or $2 or something like that, like on Goodwill Dollar Days or whatever, I'll grab them and stash them. I mean, that's something that as you get bigger in business, and you have a little bit extra money or whatever. Like I definitely wouldn't recommend that for somebody starting out because you don't want to sink all money and stuff that is not going to sell for 6 months or whatever. But you know what I mean? Like I'll go grab that stuff where I'm getting better brands. But I'm also seeing that stuff sell too, which is weird because the reason why it's selling now is because it's not warm everywhere. Like people in Russia are buying it because I do international shipping through Pirate Club. And I'm way more competitive than a lot of different other people because they just use global shipping or they use the new eBay international shipping. So I do simple export, which has been awesome for my business. I mean, I haven't had anything international sell for a little while because things were going crazy overseas before here. But man, like when I first started, all types of stuff was just going crazy selling. I mean, everything I would sell would almost be like overseas every other day. You know what I mean? Like, so it probably gave me a 25% boost in sales, where like 1 in every 4 or so sales were overseas.
Yeah, I agree. Cause like I said, so what I do when I tell anybody that's going to get into reselling now, like I said, when it comes to the jackets, like I was at one of the thrift stores yesterday and I bought a beautiful Harley Davidson quarter zip fleece. But because the way the thrift store's thinking is, yes, we're coming towards the end of the winter season, especially here in Colorado, it's 75 degrees today. It's absolutely beautiful. So now they're practically giving away jackets. I paid like $3 for this quarter zip fleece. Harley Davidson, beautifuls, got beautiful tags on it, the whole 9 yards. So again, like I said, I've got the ability I can buy that stuff now cheap. And if I got to wait, I'm going to list anything I can now because my death pile's low. But if I needed to, I could sit on that $3 jacket for the next 4 months because it didn't hurt my pocketbook. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's the same way too during, here, because it's so funny because here in Colorado, when the summer's over and then we start to get to where it's going to start snowing, I mean, it literally, there's no gray area. It just starts snowing. And then everybody thinks in Colorado, as soon as Labor Day is over, put away all the summer stuff, and it's time to settle in for the winter. So then that's when I buy, Tommy Bahama, gaudy, ugly Hawaiian shirts and stuff like that, because then I buy that stuff for pennies on the dollar, and then I can hold it for a while because I know spring will be around and people are going to be planning their vacations and whatnot, and they'll start buying that stuff again, So my point being is, if the newbies, be careful buying stuff at full price, because it could, like I said, could kill your business right away, as opposed to kind of learning to figure out, buy the winter stuff in the summer, buy the summer stuff in the winter, and you'll be fine.
Right.
Baseball stuff, buy baseball stuff during football season, and football stuff during baseball season. Thinking not just a week ahead, but think 3 months ahead of time, 6 months ahead of time, because again, that's one of the things. And then the other tip I would give anybody out there, that I would say, like, if you're at a garage sale or something, and you can buy something that's $1 or $2, I'll take the risk buying it. And like Uncle B's, he always says, it's like buying a scratch lottery ticket. You may win or you may lose, but it's only $1. It's not the end of the world. So I take risks on a lot of stuff, and but it's taken time to get to the point where I can take those risks. I don't typically go. I mean, and I'll be first to tell you, probably 95% of the stuff that I sell, I didn't pay more than maybe $8 to $10 for something.
That's awesome.
And, some things I get phenomenal flips on them, 25-cent Motley Crue t-shirt that I bought at a garage sale, I sold for $250.
Damn.
So you never know where, again, it's just because you can pay really little for something, and it can make you a lot of money pretty fast,
What up, Philly Picker? Welcome. Yeah, like Thrifting Goomba said up here, he says, I think Goodwill will put a lot of stuff out. I think Anthony showed me a post of like donation centers just piling up outside because of all, they're closed. Like all of our Goodwills are closed. So like people are still donating, and it's all outside just hanging out. So we might see an influx of really good inventory if it's not ruined, depending on where they put it. Whenever this all is said and done and over with, So definitely hit that hard, that, and make sure you check out the auction site too, because there's going to be tons of good stuff put out, because let's face it, no one sourced any of it for weeks, and there's still some good stuff that was laying on the racks in the stores, and now they're going through all this other stuff, so there's no way they're going to be able to process all of that. They're going to have to be really particular more than ever. Then, okay, this is Patagonia, we're going to put it to the side. They're just probably going to, really just rip open a bag, see if something's awesome, like, and just put it in a pile. And if not, it's just going to go to the store, I think, versus maybe feeding the online auction like they used to.
Yeah, like I said, the Goodwills here in Denver, they announced this morning, like I said, they're suspending the operations of the actual stores, but they're still leaving all the donation side of that. Their stores are open, so they're going to be able to still pull that inventory into the store, so it'll be out of the weather. And yeah, like I said, in a couple, hopefully, God willing, knock on wood, in 2-3 weeks, when everything settles down and we go back to, hopefully start to go back to normal again, we're going to have some really kick-ass inventory to choose from to sell, and it's going to be fun.
Oh, exactly.
We just got to weather this storm for the time being. So
I figure we'll have that, and we'll have garage sales here shortly. So hopefully, I think the Goodman said they may need to put more on auction because the stores are closed. Yeah, they're still doing the auction stuff. I bid on a bunch of stuff. I think I have like 10 lots I won. I'm just waiting for them to combine shipping so I can pay. And what's it called? So they might be still doing that as everything's kind of closed, but I don't know how many locations they're going to be really doing that at though. I know the one at Northern Sales where I you can pick in the advanced search, like what store, what location you want to be able to pick up from. Where I said I wanted to pick up, and they says, well, we're closed, so we're not doing any pickups, which I was kind of didn't make any sense, because you think even if I paid for it already, they should have just like, okay, come pick it up, tell me what time you're coming. And even if they left it outside like 2 minutes before I got there, they want to have a chance of getting the virus or whatever. Like, you know, they could have just did that, and I just picked up all my lots in one swoop. But they're saying that I have to pay shipping on all those, which they charged me a £5 rate on 4 Ninja Turtles, which were the small little vintage ones. So I'm probably going to pay $20 for 4 of those, which is super over retail basically, because I think they only go for like $5 a piece at the most on eBay right now. So those will be a personal desk item for me to look at. But everything else was really good. I got some different things from my daughter for her room, like these, like they're like Disney, I don't want to say portraits, but they almost look like portraits. They're let me go on the page. I forget what they're called.
Yeah, the one thing the guy stressed this morning when they had him on the news talking about them suspending operation was he was stressing to drive people to, hey, our website is still, go to www. And so their auction, they were really promoting and telling people to steer towards their auction house for any purchases. So I actually have never even checked out their website. So I'm actually, once we're done, I'm going to go onto their website and check out their, because now you've got my you've piqued my interest on it, because that may be a way to source while we're in the.
Like I got this for $11.99. These are all like, Disney. These are, I think these 3 that I'm going to show you first, these are all going to go in my daughter's room.
Are they like lithographs?
They sit in the corner of this one. I'll show you 1 second. Disney exclusive commemorative lithographs from 2010. So they have some value. Like I could probably sell the like these ones here, like with the frog, Princess and the Frog. I could probably sell those and make my money back, and then keep the 3 super cool, nice ones here for my daughter's room, just to have them up, and make my money back. I'll show you guys what else I got. I showed this on the morning show too. Now this one I bought by accident, by the way. So, my personal information. I thought this was a band, like a concert t-shirt, which it is, but it's for an orchestra. So I don't know how I ordered this, but I accidentally clicked on it. Must have been tired. But it's a Winter Tour 2005. I don't know why they showed that. It seemed like the old looking tag. So I'm like, yeah, this might be vintage.
So, the good thing I would say, the positive on that shirt, I would have probably, depending on what you paid for it, but
I paid $7.99 for it.
I like the graphic on the front of that shirt.
Yeah.
So I get a lot of people will buy, they'll send me messages and be like, I'm not a fan of blah, 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 but I love the graphics on this shirt. And so they'll buy it based on the graphics alone.
Right. I got this Toomey canvas carry-on crossbody, like it's like a laptop bag or like a briefcase. Toomey's a really good brand. I saw a part-time picker grabbing this stuff for a lot, selling it for a good amount of money. So I got this for $7.99. I seen comps anywhere from like I think 50 or 60. So that one was a good one. I got these pairs.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I was going to say, so it seems like their prices aren't too outrageous, actually, considering.
Main thing is just buying a good lot. If you can buy a good lot, no one else has really interest in it. Let them start at $7.99. But as long as it has a couple pieces in it, you know what I mean, you usually do pretty well. But this is where they get you. This handling price is an additional charge, and then also the shipping. Like on this one, they tried to charge me 11-pound shipping weight. Like I understand they're heavy, but they're not 11 pounds.
Right.
So that's why I'm like, you know, I want to pick up these items. Like I'm not trying to pay like the same amount of money that I did on the items just to pick them up. I mean, just have me ship them 2 hours away or an hour away. But these are the Jordans I got. I don't even know if these really are Jordans or not.
So
Yeah,
you said you were able to filter down to just stores within your region.
Yeah, I'll show you that in 1 second. I got a couple more I want to show real quick. I got this Coach watch, but this was going to be a really good money maker. I got this and a key ring Coach for $11.99, and all their stuff. And like for example, like on this, like you know, like Coach and other things they do get bootlegged or whatever. They'll do the research for you. And then, like for example, like this watch, I messaged them like, "Is this real?" And they'll be like, "Yeah, it's legit watch." Da 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 da. And if it's somehow it's not, you know, if you show them proof that it's not, you know, they'll refund you or whatever. But to show you to do you got advanced search up here right underneath the search bar, and then you go to seller's box, and then just type in Colorado. So you have one Colorado Springs.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if there's another one. I think that's the only one for you. So then you just go to the bottom and you just hit search. And this will bring up everything at that Goodwill that you can buy. Some type of Star Wars chess thing. There's a flute. Samsung Blu-ray DVD player. Space Cowboys. Something.
And these are all auctions, correct? They don't have like a buy it now.
They have some buy it now.
Okay.
But most of it will be auctions. Like the ones that will have like say the penny shipping, and you'll see which ones I'm talking about. Like they'll have a different thing on the screen. Like where you see the picture here, you'll see like a green or purple, I can't remember. And it'll say like 1 cent, and then it's like buy now. You'll see buy now. That stuff I highly doubt you'll make money on because they kind of set the prices up to good money on it. It's mostly a lot of clothes that they'll do with that. But I mean, people do pay up for some stuff. I've seen some stuff go up for pretty high. Like there was an N64 with box that they had. I was drooling over this thing. I was winning it for cheap, and then it went sky high. I was like, there ain't no way I'm paying that for it. So I'm too cheap. That's why I don't collect things as much as I used to. I used to collect all types of stuff. I had all types of cards and video games, and then I decided to have kids, and I sold them all. And
yeah, exactly. I always talk about if I wish I had all my LJN WWF wrestling figures that I had when I was a kid, because I had 40 or 50 of them. My mom and dad would buy them for me for my birthday, Christmas, whatever, and I had all the stuff for it, the ring, the cages, and all that stuff. And I'm like, man, if I'd had that stuff with the boxes and everything, I'd be living large right now.
like
Masters of the Universe stuff.
Yeah, like a lot of the game lots for the most part, if they're big lots, they're going to be like a lot of the basketball or sports games or whatever. But if you'll get some stuff where they'll do smaller lots that will be really awesome. You know what I mean? So like I saw like some 64 Mario Karts together in like lots of like four or five like PlayStation 2s, and I mean there's just tons of stuff on here, man. I mean, I was really shocked that I seen a Michael Jordan rookie card on here. Like who in the heck would give that up?
Oh yeah, some of the stuff that we see in the ARC thrift stores that are here in Denver, me and Uncle B were like, man, how the heck did they come across this stuff in the first place? Like, and I know with our ARC thrift stores here, like they have to be buying stuff from like storage auctions and stuff. because the way they do their tags, they're like Goodwill. They have the tags for the different color stuff. And one of their tags, if it's a green tag, we found out through research that means that they paid for that inventory, not donated, got it donated. So they will not budge on the pricing on a green tag stuff because they actually have actual monetary value in it. So, but yeah, like Uncle B bought a huge lot of this Japanese anime action figure stuff.
Yeah.
And I mean, he made a killing off of that stuff. And we're just like, how the heck did they get this stuff? Like, because it wasn't green tag stuff, so it was donated to him. And I mean, he's making a killing off of that stuff. And I'll tell you what, it blows my mind when people donate to thrift stores. They think it's not worth anything. And
I think that most of the stuff that they get are from like just kids moving out and parents get rid of the stuff, and people that say, you know, they rent properties and they clean them out and they just dump it all there, and it's a write-off for them. They don't care what it is for the most part. But I know some landlords will love when that happens, or, you know, because they get to cherry pick. But yeah, I mean, it's got to be a lot of that type of stuff. People passing away, you know what I mean, where they had a collection of XYZ and they just kind of divvy it up, you know what I mean, where it's worthwhile online into lots. And yeah, I mean, that's for the most part, that's what I basically think about a lot of the stuff that they get. I mean, unless they are, I never thought they were really, you know, buying anything, even for the cheap price or whatever. I never really even thought they would go that route. I thought it'd be mostly all just donations, and you know, it is what it is, what they got. But now that I think about it, you know, they do the Halloween stuff, which is all bought. They buy it at clearance prices, or they buy it from other stores, like probably like, you know, the Halloween store or whatever that's set up in the mall, and they just buy the rest of their inventory for pennies on a dollar. And then they just set it up for every year. They'll just sell whatever they can, and they make probably hand over fist what they really paid for. They just got to store it and keep it there, you know?
Yeah, I know a lot of our Goodwills out here, they have to be buying pallets of Target clearance inventory, because you'll see a lot of their inventory, their brand new inventory.
Yeah.
Will all have the, you know, the little red Target clearance tags on them. So yeah, they're buying a lot of stuff from Target clearance here and then reselling it.
What's up, Wendy? Fat girl son, nice to see you. But yeah, I've seen like I think his name's Thrift School. He's up in on the East Coast over here. I think up in like New Hampshire or something like that. And in his Goodwill, you'll see like the Target tags still on stuff. And,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. They leave the Target tags on their stuff.
Yeah. So certain ones probably, you know, you said that it's like certain ones get you know, some clearance and stuff like that here and there. But I know mine doesn't. I swear my area is so tough to source Goodwills, because it's like almost everyone up in Pennsylvania, especially in my area, it's like almost that's what they do as a side hustle through Facebook Marketplace, or they do a little bit of eBay, or they just do like some type of other thing. Because man, it's like slim pickings for the most part. I mean, I'll find some awesome stuff from time to time, but not as much as I used to. That's for sure. You know what I mean? So I typically go like, for the most part, like when it's half price day or it's dollar day. So this way I'm not putting a lot of money into the inventory, and then I just kind of cherry pick what's good for the most part. Like that's what I'll do, like half price day. If I know I can't go on Sunday, I'll go the first day of half price day, which is the day after dollar day, and they put out that new color at half price, and then I'm taking first dibs anything that's half off. So all the Nike Under Armour stuff, all that type of stuff, I'm grabbing, I'm taking, and then any electronics that they might have had, you know, I'm grabbing shoes.
Yeah, so our thrift stores out here, they have Senior Day on Tuesdays. So for the most part, most of their inventory is 50% off on Tuesdays. And then every Saturday, everything's 50% off at all the ARC thrift stores. So Saturdays, I mean, it is just packed and typically, you know, full of people buying everything because everything's half price on those days. And then they get pretty wiped out. And then Sunday, they're, you know, fresh new inventory in again. So they've got it figured out here. They're definitely, they're printing money at the thrift stores here. They're not hurting.
Nah, they're doing well. Especially the online stuff, man. They're definitely making good money. But I've been on for about almost 2 hours, so I think I'm gonna cut it off here. Thanks, Frank, for coming on with me.
Yeah, thank you.
I'll throw his link in the chat real quick for anyone who just came in that like to check you out and subscribe to you.
Yeah, appreciate it. And Uncle B and myself will actually be doing another live show, I believe, Friday. At some point on Friday, so we'll be posting some information on that through Facebook and Instagram and whatnot. So appreciate it. We'll be tuning in. You guys are doing a show in the morning again, correct? Uncle B was telling me.
Yeah, we do it every Monday through Friday. We do it, and we just take turns. Like it was on my channel this morning, so we'll be on Anthony's channel tomorrow.
Yeah, so kind of funny, real quick. So me and Uncle B had our live show yesterday, and I believe, was it you or Picksburgh that chimed in on our show yesterday?
I think it was both of us. We both came.
Okay. And so he told me about your guys' show, and I was like, we were both going to go on your show this morning, but I didn't know you guys alternated days, so I was on Picksburgh's YouTube trying to find the live show. So I missed your show this morning, so we know so we'll both be on in the morning with you guys, chatting it up and looking forward to it.
I typed you in. Let me see where you're at. I found Uncle B with you when I typed your name in. Let's see. See if Uncle. Let me see if this video has your link in it. Nope. Let me make sure I spelled your name right. I'm pretty sure I did. Oh, wait. No, I forgot one. For some reason, my computer's really like lagged down for some reason. Usually I'd be able to do all this stuff with no problems. Here you are. Come on. Might be because I got Vendu running. It takes up multiple windows. All right, so I'm going to drop this down in the chat. We'll have to bring you and Uncle B on for one of our shows whenever you guys are free for morning.
Yeah, let us know. We're always me and Uncle B both do this full time, so we don't you know, luckily for us, we don't have prior commitments with a full-time job to tie us up. So yeah, we're free whenever you guys would like to have us on. We'd love to both be on with you guys.
Why is this not sending? Did it go in the chat? It says having trouble connecting. Please check your internet connection. Clearly, my internet connection is working. What in the world? StreamYard is just, it's not doing its job here. Let me go back in my thing and see if it popped up on YouTube side.
It went on there.
Oh, it did? Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, guys. Thank you very much for hanging out. Check out Frank, Stroke of Luck. Him and Uncle B will be on one of our morning shows sometime soon. I'm going to probably try and get them. Let's see. Today's Wednesday. Either we can get them on either Friday or next week early. So stay tuned for that. We're going to line that up as soon as we close this down. Stay there, Frank. I'm going to close the live down, and we'll see everyone later. Peace.
Thank you, guys.
What is wrong with my StreamYard? It's like taking 12 years to close.
Hold on 1 second.
Later, Sister Guma. See you, Dana. Philly Picker. See you later. Can't close the live. Why won't it close the live? It's like Nate. You can't get off live. We need you live.